What's up everybody, Laz here, and in today's video we're going to be talking about the questions that I get asked the most. Most of these are pertaining to e-commerce. Some of them are not about e-commerce, but I get asked these questions a lot on social media, on Instagram. If you guys aren't already following, make sure you guys check it out. We post a bunch of random stuff on there, mostly having to do with e-commerce, business, investing, and all that good stuff that you guys are hopefully interested in. But guys, we're going to be talking about the questions that I get asked the most. And all right, let's get started. So question number one is, how much does it cost to get started? And usually when someone asks this question, it's about e-commerce. So they're asking me, how much does it cost to get started with e-commerce, with Shopify, with ads, all that good stuff. Guys, whenever someone asks me how much it takes to get started, it depends on what you have, but with a bare minimum of $500, you can get started. Okay, you can get started with as little as $500. Shopify actually doesn't cost anything. You have a 14-day free trial, and then once you start paying for it, it's only like $30 a month for the basic plan. So like about $500 should give you enough wiggle room to even run some ads. So guys, that's how much it takes to get started. I would say minimum $500. If you want a safety blanket, more wiggle room, I'd say $1,000 to $2,000 is a good safe bet. Question number two, would e-commerce be worth it even if you never profited? Well, I can assure you, I'm almost 100% sure that you will profit if you learn e-commerce. Maybe not in the way that you think you would profit, but can still profit. And the way that I'm going to tell you guys is that once you develop these skills, if you're not doing it for yourself, you can at the very least do it for other people. So if you want to go ahead and build a store for someone, now you know how to build a store. If you want to run ads for someone, now you know how to run ads. If you want to create a brand, build a following, now you know how to do these things. So that's the power of e-commerce. So even if you don't profit right away, you will profit eventually, or you will find a way to profit. So I think learning e-commerce is a key skill that everyone should have going into the future. I think it's only going to get bigger from here. So big point that even if you don't profit from the get-go, you're still going to make profit somewhere down the line. Just, now you know. All right. The next question is, where do I see e-commerce going in the next 10 years? So I think in the next 10 years, e-commerce is only going to continue to grow. And I think there's things that have just happened recently that have made this all even more evident. It has put e-commerce in a more place to be successful long term. Now, just look at what's going on with the pandemic and everybody losing their jobs and everyone switching to online and ordering stuff online. Guys, even right now with Q4, Black Friday, Cyber Monday, Walmart just announced that they're not even opening their stores for Black Friday anymore. So where do you guys think that all those sales are going to be made? They're all going to be made online. So this is something that it was really exposed by what recently happened. And I think in the future, it's only going to grow more and more and more. So guys, now is the time to take advantage of this. If you guys aren't getting into e-commerce now in one way, shape, or form, now is the time to do it, because in the next 10 years, I can assure you that it's only going to be 10 times what it is right now. Next question is, do I consider myself an expert in e-commerce? Yes and no. I consider myself more a student of e-commerce because there's always things changing, guys. To be an expert in something, it's really hard, especially with e-commerce, because things are always changing. Tactics and algorithms are always evolving. There's always something new that comes out. So you always have to be on top of it. You always have to be doing your research. You always have to be masterminding with people, seeing what's working for different individuals. And that's how you get ahead in e-commerce. You're not going to get ahead by thinking you're an expert and that you know it all. That's just not the case. Technology is advancing at a record pace. So you always have to be ahead of the learning curve, right? Seeing what's changing, seeing what's going on, looking at policies. Things are always changing, guys. So do I consider myself an expert? Yes and no. I feel like I kind of know some stuff, but at the end of the day, I'm a student of e-commerce, and I'm always trying to learn and trying to provide my students and everyone with the most help possible. And guys, if you guys are enjoying this video so far, make sure that you guys go down below, hit a big thumbs up. It really helps out the YouTube algorithm. If you guys enjoy content like this, we'll do more of it. So let us know in the comments what you guys think about this. Subscribe to the channel, and let's continue. So the next question is, what percent of my students earn a livable wage from e-commerce alone? So I can say this with a pretty good amount of certainty that about half of them do pretty good. Now, again, guys, this all comes with the effort that you're willing to put in, the amount of hours that you're willing to work. It's a business at the end of the day. And if you guys don't take it seriously, if you guys get into e-commerce and don't take it seriously, don't treat it as a business, don't treat it as something that you have to put hours in, because that's the reality, right? Any business that you build, you're gonna have to put in some work, you're gonna have to put in hours, you're gonna have to test things, you're gonna fail, and you're gonna have to overcome obstacles, right? So about 50% of them do really good. Some of them, they do really good for a little while. I'm not even counting them in that percentage, and then they just fall off because they run into their first obstacle, their second obstacle, and then they quit. So guys, this is something that, you know, a livable wage, for me at least, I would say like around $10,000 a month. And that's usually what we teach in our trainings, how to get to $10,000 a month in profit before anything else. So I think a livable wage is $10,000 a month. And for sure, certainly speaking, about 50% of our students are at that mark. The next question is, what is the key difference between my successful students and my not so successful students? So this is actually really, I guess, cliche, but I mean, it has to be said, is the ones that are successful are the ones that are putting in the time, the ones that are putting in the hours. They're in there on all the student lives. They're asking questions. They're active in the group. They're testing things. When they test something, they share it. They say, look, I tried this and these were my results. They get feedback, right? They're always communicating with other people. They're masterminding. They're trying to get ahead. They're not just sitting like they're not just sitting back and letting, this failed again and this doesn't work. They're trying to find answers to their problems. So the main difference between the two are those that are action takers, that they're just, you know, whenever they reach a roadblock, they're trying to figure out, how can I get past this? And that's the mentality that you have to have when you're in business, because if not, unfortunately, you're going to fail, and you're going to fail many times. And if you don't have that mentality, the first time you fail, the second time you fail, you're going to want to quit, right? So it's not quitting, not giving up, not succumbing to the obstacles. That's really where the winners are made. So that's the main difference between the people who are successful and the people who are not. So the next question is, what qualities make for the best outcome in someone else's e-commerce journey? And guys, this kind of goes back to the last question. At the end of the day, it's being able to hit that next obstacle, hit that next failure, and look to see past that and see, how can I overcome this, right? Being proactive with it, right? So there's going to be failures, there's going to be obstacles, but having that quality of perseverance, having that quality of, you know, I can get through this. When I get through this, I'm going to be even better. I'm going to be better than before. That's what makes the difference. Those are the qualities that you have to have in order to be successful in e-commerce and really in any other business. All right, guys, the next question is, would I consider myself an influencer? And guys, to be honest, I don't even know what that term is exactly. I know it's thrown around all the time today. It's basically someone who has a big following. And I guess if that's the case, then I do have a pretty significant following on Instagram. But I don't really know. I try to help people out where I can. I try to like share my wisdom, I guess, and my expertise in e-commerce and all these things. But I guess as an influencer, I'll let you guys decide what you guys think, because I don't know if I consider myself an influencer or not. I just try to help out where I can. In the comments below, let me know if you would consider me an influencer. The last question, guys, is, what is the most common misconception that I hear about e-commerce? And I don't know if it's the most common misconception, but I do hear this quite often, and it's that e-commerce is saturated. That drop shipping is dead, e-commerce is saturated, everyone's trying to do it. Guys, this is not the case. I don't know who's putting that out there. I don't know if it's people who are already in e-commerce that don't want more competition. I don't know if that's the case. But guys, think about this. There's millions of products, so many different things you can sell online outside of products, services, so many different things, that it's ignorant to believe that e-commerce is saturated and that there's no availability. All right, guys, so that's just the biggest misconception that I always hear. And my response to that is, go out there, do your research, try it out if you have to, and see the proof, see the results, see the things that people are doing. Because a lot of people, they're getting they're getting rich, filthy rich with e-commerce, and a lot of people just don't know about it. They haven't tried it. They've never even cared to look into it. So guys, that is the main misconception. I highly recommend that if you guys are on the fence about it, do some research, watch a training, check it out. We have trainings all the time. There's probably gonna be a link down below somewhere. Definitely check it out and see if if it's for you, if it's something that you can explore, something you can experiment with, because I think, again, it's the future. It's something that's only going to continue to grow, and I think it could be very beneficial for you going forward. So guys, if you enjoyed this video, if you had some of these questions and hopefully now they're answered, make sure to leave a comment down below, like the video, give it a big thumbs up, smash the thumbs up button until it turns blue. And guys, I really want to keep putting out content like this. I really want to keep sharing this stuff with you guys. So if there's any other stuff that you guys want to know about, just leave it in the comments below. We're always actively trying to put out videos. Every week we put out 2 videos. One is a podcast, another one is something like this, answering questions, reacting to videos, stuff like that. Kind of a different approach, but we really are trying to get a feel for what it is that you guys like and enjoy in this channel. So just let us know, and thank you guys so much for watching. I hope and wish you the most successful day possible, and I really hope that you're crushing it today. And yeah guys, let me know if this helped at all, and I look forward to catching you on the next one.